Working on while I'm like, and when I was asked, I usually gave them the positive. I would tell them how it was a good experience and how, I had fun, which was true. That it was a nice stepping stone, which was true. Um, and I would just leave it at that. I would just try to keep it as professional as possible. One of the problems that existed a lot on the show was just sexism, just blatant bullshit sexism. Um, it was a boys' club. It was a boys' club 100%. And a lot of them found me attractive, tried to holler at me, and I turned them all down because I was there to work. I wanted the work, not your dick, not nothing else. I wanted the work. And if you only hired me because you was expecting to get something outside of the work, well, that's your motherfucking fault. That's your motherfucking fault. But I wasn't offering or selling anything to you. I just wanted to get on and do the work just like all the guys were doing. And if the guys were offering you some extra, well, then that's y'all business, and that still ain't got nothing to do with me. But don't treat me like shit because you can't get what you want from me. That's bullshit. The problem is there's so many beta males in the industry. And beta males, really are just bitch niggas for all intents and purposes. Like Puff Daddy, said the realest shit ever. Like it's bitch assiness. That usually means that he's insecure, immature, and his mouth is always running loose and gossiping about some business that isn't his. And the difference between an alpha male and a beta male is an alpha male has a better heart than a beta male. An alpha male is able to be a gentleman. An alpha male has a level of compassion that a beta male just doesn't have. An alpha male has wisdom and leadership. And none of that, none of his power or anything is taken away from him being considerate, being loving, being gentle, being in control. He controls and leads in such a way where it doesn't take away the integrity or the dignity of the people he's around. That's an alpha male. Beta males, they're out for people's dignity and integrity because they don't have any, and theirs is always in jeopardy. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of beta males in the industry. I understand why there's so many beautiful, strong, smart women that just don't want to fucking be bothered. They rather just look the other way and just pretend that those guys don't even exist. Because it's like, at the end of the day, I know my value and my brilliance. Fuck you. Like, no. Like, you can't do this to me, and I'm not going to allow you to do it to me just because of something you want from me. That sounds like a personal problem, bro. Fix that. And it was a lot of that going on. There were so many instances where their minds were focused on the wrong thing, or they was just involved in, petty things that had nothing to do with them. And it would affect work. It would affect people wanting to make you feel small in some type of way. There was a situation specifically, small situation, something that's so small and petty, when you're mature, you don't even think twice about it. Corey Holcomb, showed up to set one day, he had on this fly, fur coat. And I'm paying him a compliment. I'm like, yo, that shit's slick, blah, blah, blah. Because I'm trying to be one of the boys. We have to work together. I love what I do. I'm just as passionate about what I do as you guys. I want to get down. I want to, I'm not afraid to get my hands dirty or nothing like that. Let's go. I know Corey from stand-up. I know Corey from Chicago. Corey was very nice to me, very warm and welcoming. So I'm shooting the shit with Corey. What's wrong with that? Why does that have to do with anything? But, Corey is somebody who was on previous seasons, and Corey is somebody who's established more in comedy because it's all about you, right? My conversation with another cast member whom I know from home, we're from the same city, hello. I've been doing stand-up longer than you. Let's not forget that fact. Hello. You've been in the game 2-3 years. I've been in the game longer than you. So why wouldn't I know more people than you? It was so much stuff like that happening. It was a situation. I'm talking to Corey. I'm telling him about his coat and how slick it is. I'm like, damn, you make me wish I ain't sell my fur. And now one of the producers rolls his eyes at me. Why are you even listening to our conversation? No one's talking to you. And why are you rolling your eyes at me? What's wrong with me saying I wish I ain't sell my fur? What does that have to do with you? Like, what about that statement makes you feel a way? Do you want a fur? Are you mad that he has one and I'm talking about what is it? And I know you follow me on social media, so I know you've seen my fur. So I wore the fur to the Jay-Z concert. I wore that fur to, like, there's like pictures I have on social media on Facebook. Like, my cousin invited me to like this brunch they were doing for her birthday. I got the fur on and stuff like that. And people were commenting on my fur and how nice it was, so I know they saw it. So, well, what? You seen the fur. I know you seen the fur. It's not like I got to make up a story about a fur. But no, I don't have it. I sold it. I was a divorcee moving back to L.A. I was reeling from the decisions that I made, having to piece things together. And I didn't need a fur in L.A. I didn't know I was going to get wild out. I didn't know I was going to be there in the dead of winter. I didn't know. I didn't need the fur. It wasn't practical. But I did need a stove. I did need a refrigerator. And there's a lot of apartments in LA that don't come with that. And I had a one-bedroom, a full-ass one-bedroom with a full kitchen. No stove, no refrigerator. Yeah, I'm going to need to get that. So I took my fur, pawned it, got the money. Voila! Now I can cook breakfast and eat and do the things I need to do every day. It's not like I borrowed to do it. It's not like I was living off of anybody. I made it happen myself. I took from what I had and did something. Now, I don't expect anybody to know or care about that backstory, but it's an eye roll. That's how you feel. So how am I supposed to control like animosity that you already have? And I don't even know why you have it, and I don't even know how I can remedy it, because you're not talking. You're definitely not using your words. So what you want me to do? What is it that I'm not doing enough for you? How is it that I can make you feel better about yourself? I never got that energy from him. I was never interested in that. If he's interested in that, there's nothing I can do about that, except let him know it's not going down. But beta males don't understand that. And when you check beta males, they resent you for girl, you're this, and you need to be taught a lesson, like we in school or some shit. Nick always had a weird energy with me. Like, I always felt like he was cool. I always, tried to show respect and show love. I always paid compliments when people asked me what he was like. I was like, well, I ain't really talk to him, but yo, he a badass DJ. He be DJing the hell out of our after parties after we tape. He be leading the prayer before we go out, Those were the only capacities that I had to experience with him. He watched a few of our rehearsals, because we would have rehearsals before we tape. We would do rehearsals the week before we tape. That way people have a chance to know how to play the games. They get acclimated. They know get used to the speed and all of that stuff. And then we tape, after we're done with that. He showed up to a few of those sessions, got to look around, got to see what people was capable of. He sat in. I made him laugh in a few of them. So I didn't feel like he had it out for me. I definitely didn't have it out for him. So, there was never any negative energy on my part. I didn't feel negative energy on his part, but I did feel weird energy. He was just like, he had this withdrawn type of energy with me. We don't have any pictures. We ain't never take no selfies. There was one time he walked up on me to get a picture, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool, let's do it. And then he walked off, and I was like, you walked towards me. I didn't walk towards you. Is it that you want me to beg you for a picture? I'm confused. His energy was confusing. Like, his energy was weird. It was like, do you want one or do you not want one? I don't care if we have one either way. I really don't. It's no biggie to me at all. If you want to take a picture, let's take a picture. If you don't want to take a picture, we don't have to. But I wasn't running around trying to do none of that. Like, if I caught a sincere, cool moment, I would snap a picture. If I sincerely was having fun, I would just take video. And it was just things I was catching in the moment. And like I said, he wasn't really around me like that. So it wasn't like moments to capture with him. And that's pretty much been the basis of my experience. We don't hang in the same social circles. So, there was no incidents or anything after I taped where I would run into him or see him out or he'd see me out. We don't have no kicking it photos, but none of that. We don't even like hang in the same groups or none of that. And I joked about this on live a couple of days ago, but yeah, we will never have it. Like, unless we work together on the same film or something or some other project or what have you, or he invites me back to be on the show or some shit, I don't really see how and where that's happening. In fact, let me tune into the spirits. I don't see it happening anytime soon. So, that's just the reality of the situation. And that was my experience for a while now.